Hello, everybody. Welcome again into the Metaverse Summit Roadshow. That is a virtual series of interviews, panels, and workshops with different Metaverse experts, project builders, investors, entrepreneurs, etc. So today we have Mirko from Unix. So can you say hi to everybody and tell us who you are?
Yeah, hi everyone. My name is Mirko. I'm founder of Unix Gaming together with a few of my team. Yeah, I'm 36 years old, a passionate gamer, and also, a crypto fan. And yeah, GameFi changed my life, I would say, and yeah, that's why I'm here.
Well, we can see that you are a core gamer because of all the professional chair and the light and mic and everything. But can you tell us more about your story? Actually, what kind of game did you play before all this crypto gaming? And what do you think? What made you into crypto gaming, GameFi? And what do you think of the comparison between the current state of art of crypto gaming and how to onboard traditional gaming stakeholders?
Yeah, from my previous experience, I mean, gaming was ever since part of my life. I was a pro gamer in Counter-Strike early days. I played World of Warcraft, also competitive, mythic raids, with I was community lead there and so on. But that time you didn't have any chance to basically to make a living with that. So my rewards that time was I played in a tournament, I remember, for Counter-Strike, and I get a mouse pad and a keyboard, and that was the return. There is no such thing like crypto or even cash prices. There was not even a tournament exist. So yeah, and I had to work, and yeah, gaming was still part of my life. But then I would say, let's say 20 years later now, when I'm 36, and I actually stuck in quarantine because of COVID. I was 14 days in a hotel room, and that I think it was 1.5 years ago. And yeah, I downloaded a game, and it's pay to win. So I had not enough time. Like, you need to wait usually until you can play the next round. So I purchased and purchased and purchased, and in 3 days or 4 days I had a bill like $600. And actually my journey starts, and there must be already something. Like, I know there's some games connected with crypto that was more gambling that time. And then actually I started looking for games who are with a good token economic. So like yeah, I think the first game was what is popped out was Axie Infinity, but also before I think it was Gods Unchained. It was on Immutable X, one game with card game. So yeah, Axie Infinity was basically the kickoff on that. And for sure, that was where we, or myself, started with some of my friends here in Bali, and we invested then into Axies, and then the scholarship program was super nice. The first Axies we bought in November 2000, I think, 20. Yeah, and then it was actually a hobby before that, and then we saw Yield Guild. Of course, we already observed our opponents. And yeah, and they had a huge success, and then we said, okay, let's go, let's do it. We had already some smaller projects in the crypto space, and we have a good background from the gaming side. So I think that was a good kickoff for Unix Gaming to become a guild. And yeah, so that was basically where the idea was born, and yeah, where we are now. So
yeah, can you please go further to explain like what is Unix today, and then maybe from the start to today, or what changed, what evaluated, maybe about the community as well?
Yeah. So Unix Gaming is a gaming guild like Yield Guild, Merit Cycle, GuildFi. There's more and more guilds coming out, and it was surprising that guilds become so important for a gaming space, and it's super cool because it's again, crypto is so community was always important, and in the game space also it's super awesome community because it's, you know, you connect fun and gaming plus now crypto, and there's returns. So yeah, and that was actually the motto for us to, or and the motivation to yeah, onboard more and more scholarships. Basically, this is a part of Axie Infinity ecosystem, I would say. And while we're growing and we saw the huge, massive opportunities with every day we started with, that was in June. And then we started actually April, but slowly, you know, you didn't put all eggs in one basket by the time. So by June, it was basically, we went all in. Actually, just from the community side, I think our Discord server by the time was our biggest value, because now we already the biggest metaverse Discord community guild wise. We have 190,000 or more, 192,000 people in our Discord server. And what we did was basically from backgrounds, like we referred. So I think to have a very good organization in the very beginning is very important for a kind of community. So what we asked basically our current members, we said, okay, refer friends with a referral, then it's like there's no referral bonus. Yeah, it's just about to grow the community, and basically while they're referring, they become also in our Discord structure, they become basically in charge for their referrals. And even for a lot of people, the badges in Discord is a lot of, like, it's like a medal, you know, in the army, and a lot of people enjoy to be, you know, part of that. And of course, every rank in the Discord have a different benefit. And yeah, and we built that, and we been always focused on the community, because we believe, you know, they're carrying they're carrying the message of the project. So that was, I think, is one of the key points of Unix Gaming when we took off. And of course, yeah, I mean, ourselves, it's not about, none of us get paid here, you know. It's basically really, we started the project, started the fundraising, the token launch, the token economics, everything we did ourselves. I think I didn't sleep for 4 months, something like that. I was like really like 4 or 5 hours every day. That was maximum, and the rest we worked on the project. And then it took us yeah, like in November, so like 3 months later, after we started really focusing on a token raise, we had a successful token launch on Copper Launch. We raised 22.34 million there. That was a huge success. And also in private rounds, we already raised 8 million. And yeah, to realize basically our roadmap. And there's something also I want to highlight here is that if you're familiar with the gaming guilds and the current market, I think it's very obvious to see now that there's so many games coming out. And at the moment there's a, I would say, not at the moment, but there will be a problem of populating all these games. Or a challenge, let's say a challenge. And so, and if we of course we want to be want to make a statement, and we said like, okay, the market is so early. The metaverse is now a word. Now it's become like everybody understand what is metaverse. Everybody know now what is NFTs, or not everybody yet, but you know, it's like it's become more and more like DeFi, you know, GameFi. This is still people adapting this word, or play to earn is very new for a lot of people. And we wanted to be really not only attend in that space or participate, you know, like a passenger and, you know, driving our guild, and, you know, like we wanted to help, to support, to bring on board more people. And that's why we not only a DAO, say, like the guilds. So I like the idea of a DAO is amazing, but just to be a DAO and then what we see now, that most guilds, they're acting like a fund. Yeah, they're taking the tokens, they're buying in seed round, private rounds, and I don't see the onboarding new people into the metaverse, into the community, and this is something we establish. So we have the first milestone on our roadmap. We will announce end of January, or not announce. It's almost released. It's the launchpad, and the highlight basically of the launchpad is that we have a streamer pool of almost 10 million following. Yeah, so there's we have 37 streamers, and their following is like 10 million people. And with this following, we target mostly at the moment Southeast Asia, but that's basically what a game really needs. You don't need actually just a launch pad. You know, you can launch as 1,000 launch pads you can launch on, and fundraising is not a problem. But which, especially as a play to earn game, or someone who joined the metaverse with his new project, you need players to play the game. And I think to have that kind of wide range in the streamer pool, and this is just now, not even a month later, we have already 10 million on following. Same as our player pool in the Discord community is growing. And I think this is the way you need to like educate and onboard new people into the space, because it's not like, for example, Valorant or League of Legends, Fortnite, easy, accessible, and of course fun and entertaining. And this easy accessible we don't have, you know. So the streams, they are built really from, let's say, each session from a streamer is a quick intro, not every time they stream, but like for once in a day, they go through MetaMask or any wallet integration, scams. You know, this is we cover that also in the streams. This is super important, especially for people in who in touch in first time with the space. They need a wallet to start, and if you cover that right away with the wallet, with a quick brief explanation, ebook on the site or video tutorial in the description, and basically we recommend everybody go through that. So and to have, and again, to have the community to support new players plus a launchpad, I think this is the perfect start for games in the metaverse at the current state. I believe that the mass adoption, it will come. I cannot say. I think 2022 is an awesome year for GameFi after the bear market. Yeah, when this is over. But yeah. And there's sorry, I'm talking a lot.
No, that's some very useful and very concrete information. Just maybe one quick question around what you mentioned. Maybe it's not that quick of a question because it's a difficult one. You said there will be like kind of like abundance of crypto gaming. I totally agree, because I'm in the field and I've seen a lot of different projects. And you also mentioned like there are some of them with a good tokenomics, and when the tokenomics is bad, it can be really ruin also the whole community and the ecosystem, right? So how can you, from your experience, distinguish from early stage what is a tangible tokenomics, and how can, for example, like gaming entrepreneurs, game creators design this? A lot of people are just maybe copy paste Axie Infinity magic recipe, but what's the innovation? And do you think there will be more Axies this year?
I think that Axie, definitely they have a very good advantage, and of a first mover advantage, I would say. They're gonna have definitely some changes. I mean, they already announced it a long time. There's nothing new. The Axie origin and the land gameplay to strengthen the ecosystem. But for example, the thing is with Axie Infinity, it's a grinding game. You know, it's like grinding. So you produce and produce and produce token. And of course, there will be always sell pressure, you know, and if you have a grinding, if you don't build an ecosystem where you if SLP, for example, in that case, is the only payment for breeding, then you have, let's say, you're facing challenges. And I think to give the in-game currency for new games, if you give them enough utility, same as a regular token, you know, it's all about utility. If you have a token with a lot of utility, this tokens will be used for staking, for landing, you know, whatever, you're unlocking with tiers. So, and for a game, it's the same thing. If you, for example, Neo Tokyo, yeah, it's not a game, but they have a very interesting tokenomics. They basically they're minting a token, and you need to participate basically in the game, this token. So it's not that, I mean, on the one side you can cash out, but you will not make progress. And I would say if you let the player decide later if they want to make progress in a game, or they want to cash out, then if you have a very good balance there and you give people enough excitement to reinvest their tokens, it doesn't mean that these tokens will be disappear, right? So you still have the NFTs, you upgrade. So I think the combination of NFT and token utility, that will always last long. I mean, it's hard to say which economy will stay, because at the end you need to get the game live. Yeah, so it sounds good, you know, when you hear all the pitches from the games, they tell you, okay, this is this and that, sounds good, but yeah, it's anything what it's like grinding game, card game, idle game, this is not a recommendation I personally step away from. We have enough card games, we have enough idle games, and idle games usually grinding games. So that's just signals from my side. Definitely you can check the team, the investors, and of course, yeah, what type of game is it? You know, it's like, and what state is the game? This is something I would be careful, because I meet a lot of games at the moment, and they have a concept, but they have to fundraise, but they actually didn't start to develop. So basically, and especially in crypto, so you have now an idea, and 1 year later the game comes out, and then the whole market can change. You know, the whole trend of in-game rewards and everything is like, I think there's I would say a red flag if you have the possibility to invest in an early stages game. If you believe in the game, if the dots, the boxes ticked off, basically your due diligence, and again, it's team, investor, token economics, and then where's the game, which state, and then I think you have a solid picture. And if you need assistance, go to unixgaming.org, because we do a lot of DD for games, and we try to recommend, or not recommend, like open up for really good games where maybe they have a brighter future. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for sharing the insights around how to do the due diligence and the research around your next maybe gaming investments. The lesson is always also like do your own research, right? These are just theory, like it's really case by case as well. Dig into every single information, public information that people can have. When you were talking about a lot of gaming guilds, so it's quite early stage and it's developing so fast. As you mentioned, the number of Unix since last year is just amazing. So what do you think the guild can do maybe in the future, maybe let's say in the near future, this year or next year? How do you see guild plays out in the whole, let's say, metaverse ecosystem, including other stakeholders like creators, like investors, big institutional or crypto investors, or the other kind of metaverse creators who are not in the play to earn field, but more like around the land sale creation and storytelling inside of those virtual worlds. How do you think this play out?
I think that the guilds in my, and again, no offense to other guilds, there's a lot of very good colleagues, I would say, out there, and they have all good plans. And I know a few, they're doing a good job. But the ones, I mean, we went through we in contact with all of them. I think it's the one who really focus on community building and focusing on the gaming space, onboarding new people, giving value, and I mean value, free value. I mean, like either education, all that, what a guild is about, you know, people caring about each other, something like that. It's like simple stuff. Because again, what I mentioned, like you see some guilds, I see the Discord since 3 months and they're not growing. You know, there's no growth. There is no, okay, they make a tournament and announcement about it. But what is the game is buying, or the game let the guild into their seed and private round at the moment, because they want to have the community, you know, that we make a cross community. Like our players, they join others communities opposite, you know, from the game, joining our community. But I see, like at the moment, it's nice for the investors, because they are the main DAO token holder, right? But at the I see more a fund habit, you know, getting in rounds, and you know, and that's it. There is no like, yeah, there will be player rewarded with on their platform, but again, this is not for me, and I'm need to work. We still also in our community, we want to grow more and more and more, and that's the hardest work: community building and growth, and you know, and taking care that everything is working properly. Let's say it's not easy, yeah, but I think that's the guilds who will remain longer, who really community focused, because long run, people will understand which guild is profit. I mean, have a positive impact on my project, right? So you're selecting, you want the best for your project. And once maybe people more understand what's a gaming guild, definitely we need to be profitable. Therefore, we have several yield generating assets and scholarships and investments, of course, for partnerships. That's a common practice. Yeah, that's one thing. I think that guilds become or a group of same interest. Yeah, I don't have to be necessarily guilds. There's other community out there who maybe you know, the games, they have their own community. And I think the next, let's say in my time, it was the ESL. It's a tournament page, and I think like if there's one major league, you know, where you can play multiple play to earn games, I think that's something where guilds or more people will be under one umbrella. At the moment, everybody is very individual. And I think for creators and especially with NFT hype, and not hype, it's already, I would say, mainstream. So, and there's so much stuff what the guild can do. It's not only about gaming, right? It's gaming is gaming, game art, you know, like memes, videos, streaming. There's so many stuff what you can do in gaming, especially with NFTs. What we also looking for, like as a guild, to customize your NFTs in game. So in Sin City, for example, we have skins, weapon skins. We want to have our own building with Unix logo. Monkey Ball, we have a Unix stadium. In the Horizon, we have a Unix battleground, and that's more what I think a gaming guild should represent. Investing in these things, and they're also revenue generating, and yeah. So I think this, for the long run, definitely community building is still the number one, and who can onboard the most, or who have the best method to bring all, because you make the exposure to onboard the people in a very smooth way. This will benefit your community as yeah, in a positive way.
Yeah, thank you. Definitely, hopefully we can co-build, co-construct a better future of gaming community and people who help gamers to learn and to earn. However, like me personally, I am a bit confused, and also I'm not a big fan of the name play to earn, because for, let's
It
say,
should be play and earn.
yeah, it should be play and earn, right? So it should be kind of not a motivational goal. So this is maybe why like old gamers, like traditional gamers, are pretty angry or close-minded around it. They want to play for fun, and then they are willing to spend money, as you previously mentioned in the hotel room, right? For the game. So currently we are observing battle royale, or let's say Clash of Clans, around the traditional gamers and the play to earn gamers. What do you think this can play out? And then how can we actually bring on board all the people who want to play all kinds of games together in the same guild or community?
Yeah, I think the play and earn part, this is definitely something. It's still it's again, it's a barrier. That's what if you compare, for example, and this is a very good example, Axie Infinity, what you need to have a certain amount of start capital to basically play. And when we started, it was like $1,800. That's a lot, yeah. And so you have the basically the game with what is necessary to have an investment. And then, for example, Titan Arena, what is free to play, but also you have the NFTs. And if you compare Axie Infinity, let's say 3 million players in, yeah, I don't know, half year or no, 2 years actually. But after the boom, that's say since they switched to Ronin. And Titan Arena, I think they have now 16 million or something. So it's like, you know, I think it's still people want free to play, you know. And the bonus is, or let's say, if you compare Fortnite make $310 million just by selling skins and weapon stuff and stuff like that. And if you make a game like that, where basically NFTs replacing these skins and they're tradable, you know, or there's a character line, you know, like special characters, and you can buy them. And then there is a tradable value. So, and then these games over time, as much more expansions on your skins, weapon, characters, bikes, cats, pets, whatever. I think that's built the economy. Yeah. And if the game already is by selling that, yeah, and let's say plus a royalty fee, what is through trading or through fees from the NFT from the marketplace, the game should have already enough revenue than any regular game. Yeah, if you onboard the people in the right way. So I think that's the key to get the people in, you know, and to have very expensive games. You just limit yourself, and then yes, you can open up for a scholarship model, but still it's I think the free to play or the easy access games with an NFT factor, just what now it's basically, let's say Fortnite or a Clash of Clans, where you can buy something but you don't own it. And if you change these games, let's say with an NFT section or with a game, or you can buy land, that's a huge plus. But there is a lot of communities in the traditional gaming space. I think they're not happy with these things. So just Sega, they wanted to launch an NFT platform or collection or something, and the community was super upset about it. You know, it's like there's still a lot of I remember there was like Steam, what is actually have a lot of featured games. They banned crypto games, you know, and then I mean the community must still like be so let's say conservative about gaming, And actually it's the relief for gamers. You know, this is what I don't understand, but was if you give me the opportunity to play and I can earn my stuff and I can earn some tokens or whatever, I would love. I don't need to work, you know, like I would stick to gaming. And there's still a lot of people like they're going to the 9 to 5, then coming home and they're playing then the rest of the day. So why not playing the whole day, you know, like maybe 1 or 2 games. So and this is still like this mindset need to be built in a very it's a very sensitive topic, because even my friends in Germany, they're still thinking like, if I tell them about crypto, then they're thinking, oh, darknet, drugs. I said, no, this is not happening. You know, I'm playing games, you know, I'm earning cryptocurrency. And, you know, to explain that is so difficult for some people.
Yeah, we saw recently some cases around big gaming companies announcing NFT projects. Also, it is not only Western companies, like Japanese company, when they're announcing NFT projects and the future of metaverses, it also got some backlashes from the gamers. So we are still early, let's say. We have a long time to go, a long way to go, and guilds are here. Metaverse Summit is here also to connect like gaming community with the Web3 community, to really let them talk to each other, know like it is how it works and how can they benefit from each other's capacity, experience, and community. So let's hope that is a great start. So maybe around your vision of the metaverse. So you know a lot of different play to earn games. All of them kind of current state of art is they are specific. They are either on sport or music or some cats and different pets, as you said. But in the other hand, there's also like open world created tools with virtual land and everything. How do you think those two different kinds of metaverse development can merge together, maybe around the community and around interoperability in terms of tech? And what's your vision of metaverse, let's say, this year and in 5 to 10 years?
Oh, 10 years. Yeah, so I mean, the vision for, let's say, for the metaverse itself is, I believe that Ready Player One, the movie, is maybe in 5, 8, 10 years. That's Ready Player One, I would say. And yeah, for the how the metaverse will be more populated, I believe that it's the space for really what you mentioned, or the creative people. Like NFT is the best vehicle to for small artists, for you know, like everybody have the chance with his art, with music, whatever he do, even clothing. Yeah, AR augmented reality design for clothing is gonna be crazy, I believe, because like you can basically put so much creativity in that. You can be a traditional designer, you can be a digital designer, you know, for any kind of art is now have now a voice, I would say. And this is not only for games and for players, you know, like we have so many people earning in my community, for example, earning a very good salary, being part of my our community, sorry, and having then basically a job. I mean, we don't call it a job because you play for fun, right? But people who want to take on plus on the gaming part, and that was in every gamer do that as well. And this is again that we have all these little communities, like the play to earn, then the games have their community, the NFT collections have their community, the artists. And I think pioneers and visionaries who really push for these communities, and there must be always a voice in these communities. If you have a strong community, like you see that with NFT collections, you know, it's about the creators and the community, and the community is not big, you know. If you see like Bored Apes it's a very, very good breakthrough to the outside world. Let's basically open up for the metaverse. Adidas, Nike, they're all joining, and more joining. And I think it's 2022 now, especially NFT is bigger maybe than than even the gaming space. But definitely I think maybe we tokens or cryptocurrencies are maybe even especially in that space, art, gaming. I think NFTs become maybe more important than a token. If you can reward people with NFTs and or tradable NFTs, I don't know. So that's one thing. And yeah, and I think the vision is definitely to onboard more people from our side. We already we are working on an Web3 app. Yeah, it's kind of you know, like especially for all the space, people can meet in the like a what is it, Clubhouse, something like that, but for the metaverse specific, with also wallet function and other stuff. So we're really thinking like to spread some more the word out there, and of course participating in the small communities. That's super cool, because imagine you would talk to someone in your favorite gaming company. You don't have a chance from the traditional market. If I would talk to the developer, best way is to connect, a best way through NFT communities, if it's in your niche, but also all the gaming, the game developer like Sandbox, when I meet them, or Big Time Studio, Startlers, everybody is so open to talk and take time to deliver the message of the game. And everybody's super hyped, you know. It's like it's a movement, I think. And this is first time like you don't go out there to, you know, you do it from your living room. And this being gamers do, and Instagram was, I think, one step in the direction, you know, having the feed, you know, people showing more what they create. But definitely these companies, they might lose in value in the metaverse, you know, that Facebook make a big step in the metaverse, but without the experience, I would say, like what these communities have, you know. I mean, I talk to traditional gaming companies, since we have our gaming studio, and to explain them NFTs and crypto. This is like you start with the basics, you know. It's like really, and there's so much education. And that's why my favorite, I think, if you follow Gary Vaynerchuk, Gary V is always good to follow. He have, you know, he's on the right way, and he was with many things, he was on the right way. And there's more pioneers in the space. And I think Twitter is super source. Follow the best people, the right people there, and connect and build. I think it's time to build, and I can very hard predict where it goes. That's why, again, we are heavily with our gaming studio, what we will announce soon, be in sandbox development, ecosystem builder, but also the other metaverse games. And we talk about at the moment like Decentraland and Sandbox mostly, but there's more coming. There's Matrix. There's more and more digital worlds what you can populate. And I think again, also Decentraland, Samsung opened a store there a few days ago. So it's going in the right direction. And it's just if you have an awesome platform to offer people, to onboard people, and still there's actually not many out there. Sandbox, Decentraland, and a few small ones, and there's more to come. Also the space, it's hard for me. That's why I said 10 years. I don't know. That's why I said I think Ready Player One, that maybe in 8 to 10 years that's possible. But how this all goes developed, I don't know. It's up on us, I would say.
Yeah, definitely. We should try to build the future. Prediction is one part is for the fun of it, but building is tangible and it's today, it's not the future, right? So thank you, Mirko, for telling us all the experiences building Unix. And of course, looking forward to seeing you in Paris for Metaverse Summit in July as well. And maybe the gaming community here try to get on board even more gaming community here.
Yeah, I would love to. We talked before, yeah. I definitely have it in my calendar.
Cool. Thank you again, Mirko, and let's keep updated. See you soon.
Bye-bye.